Hey, I gotta address something. I don't want to be too long. Catch y'all this morning on my way to work. But no disrespect to my sisters. You guys are doing y'all thing. You guys are amazing. But there is a lack of headship in this so-called truth. We got all of these false teachers, false leaders, people in leadership positions, but they're not doing their duty. They're not carrying out their responsibilities. People who claiming to be in this truth and know the Bible, but they're not living by the Bible. And doctrines is one thing, right? And we understand that there's been a problem with a lot of false teachings. But what I want to focus on is just leadership, right? Leadership in general. There's a lack of leadership. There is a lack of leadership, and it is apparent and it shows, right? Like I made a post yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I said that there was a lack of headship in Israel. It's a shame that, brothers will show you love until they disagree with you. And once they disagree with you, once they disagree with you on a doctrinal matter or a personal matter, then it's like, well, where did all that love go? You feel me? And that's a small sidebar point, because I do want to touch on that, but more so the leadership aspect of it. If we as men fail to lead correctly, right? We fail to lead our sisters and our children. We are not helping the systemic problem of bringing up more bad leaders, right? And in the post I said, and we wonder why some of our sisters, not all, like I said, y'all sisters are doing amazing things, but some of our sisters are out of order, or what the alpha males want to call rebellious women, these rebellious harlots, these Jezebels, right? But they are a reflection of your leadership, bro. They are a reflection of your leadership. They are a product of the headship that you exude. They're a product of that. I made a post a good while back. It might have been a month ago, with some of these brothers that be trying to like control their wives and treat their wives like property and treat their wives like they aren't human beings. And so I said, listen, man, you don't gotta be a dictator. You don't gotta be a tyrant in your household, bro. Like, if you follow the scriptures and you live your life set apart, and you let that righteousness exude from you, you let your headship exude from you, your wives are gonna submit to you without you even having to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do all of that. And this ties into that, man. Like, it's all about our leadership. We fail as men to lead our women, and then the women go out and they are a product of that. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be held accountable for their decisions, but look at some of the situations that they find themselves in, right? Whether it be a bad decision on their part or whatever, but it's a product of the environment set forth by the foundational structure of the leadership. But who should be providing that leadership? Us. You feel me? Us. We should be providing that leadership. And in regards to an example, right? Now this isn't a call for membership. I ain't on that. But I started a coalition, and it's something that I've noticed since I've started the coalition, that the main individuals, the majority of individuals who show interest and understand biblical prophecy, and they understand a sense of urgency because they realize the state that the world we find ourselves in is very, very chaotic, and it's only going to get worse. And so they realize that a lot of people won't be able to do by themselves, provide for themselves, protect themselves, and survive by themselves. And so they reach out. They reach out. Sisters taking it upon themselves. They can see the status of the world, and they reach out like, yo, I heard you got a coalition, or I saw one of your videos, or a coalition, or I saw a video in which you was promoting, and you know, it seems like it's something that I really want to be a part of, right? I've noticed that it's more women, it's more sisters than it is men. And I'm like, at first I found it odd, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, yo, it's weird. It's weird that more sisters are more interested in unifying, putting aside petty differences and grievances, and looking at the bigger picture, and are willing to come together and support one another in a coalition before one of these brothers. These sisters are exhibiting leadership qualities that should be being exhibited from the brothers. You see what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's really sad. Don't take this the wrong way, sisters. You guys are doing what you're supposed to do. You're doing what you're supposed to do. But when you look at the fact that it's more sisters taking on these types of roles, and it's not because they want to wear the pants, or they want to control a man, or they want to be rebellious or whatever. No, they see the sense of urgency, and they see that it has to be done, right? If you are a sister and you see the state of this world, are you supposed to just sit and wait for a man to come along to lead you to be able to join a community of believers who stand for a common goal and is ready to prepare for the coming tribulation? How does that sound? A lot of these sisters are single mothers. They have a responsibility to their children to provide protection, right, and preparation. So why would they just sit around waiting on a man? And I'm not talking about just marriage. I'm just saying, like, if I was a woman and I had children and I was a single parent, I don't have the luxury of waiting on a husband or a male figure to lead me to joining a community that would benefit myself and my children, one that I could contribute to and reap the benefits of at the exact same time. It's a win-win. I don't understand why I should have to have a male in the equation if there's none available, right? Now, if there is, absolutely. We've had members come together as full families. The husband, the wife, whether the husband didn't hear about the coalition and the wife heard about the coalition, and, you know, she brought the husband, and, you know, they you know, got with us and checked us out and everything like that. But We gotta do better, brothers. We gotta do better. There's too many brothers out here dogging sisters, talking about this rebellious woman, this, da 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 da. But we gotta take a look at the mirror and see that reflection and look back at us and decide, could we do better? Did we do better? If we got out of a relationship, a marriage, or whatever the case may be, look at the mirror and see what could we have done better in that situation, because regardless of whose fault it was, we are leaders appointed by the Most High himself to lead. We need to be leaders. We need to be better leaders. We got to focus on our own leadership qualities. We got to focus on our own leadership qualities. And I just noticed that more sisters are taking initiative than my brothers are. You know? And from a leadership position in a coalition, I look at things from a different viewpoint and a different perspective than the average person. And I see farther out, right? I'm looking farther out, and it's a problem. And I'm not talking about in regards to my coalition. I'm talking about in regards to the state of Israel as a whole. All of the truth community, everybody that claims they're in the truth, I see a problem. And what's going to happen is exactly like the scriptures foretells. And a lot of it is going to be because of a lack of leadership from the men, believe it or not. So if you are a brother and you watching this video, get out your feelings, step up, man up, study the word, and lead correctly, man. You don't got to be in a position of authority. You don't have to necessarily have a title. But how you carry yourself and conduct yourself on a daily basis needs to be indicative of and a reflection of the example set forth by so many of our forefathers. But mainly by Hamashiach. You feel me? If you have a wife, a significant other, love her like Hamashiach loved the church, loved the body. Okay? If you're single, just exude that righteousness. Just exude that righteousness on a daily basis. Don't be arrogant. Don't be prideful. Live according to the scriptures. And you're going to see that people are watching you. Whether or not they say anything to you, they're watching you. They watch how you move. They listen to the words you speak. They watch how you act, how you behave, and how you handle certain situations. And it's a reflection of your character. And sisters, if you are, doing what you're supposed to do, listen, I applaud you. Big ups. Keep doing it. Keep knocking it out. If you one of the sisters that are rebellious, that are bitter, angry, think you can do it all by yourself, you independent, you don't need no man, listen, you're going to find yourself in an even deeper hole than you already are. You need to change your mindset, change your mentality, get in the scriptures, and humble yourselves. Repent and humble yourselves. But my sisters who are trying to do it by themselves, not out of a decision, but out of, that's just a situation. Single mother or whatever, widowed, whatever the case may be. There's nothing wrong with looking at the landscape and making a decision to preserve your life and the lives of your children and loved ones. That's all I wanted to say, man. We had 15 minutes. Y'all have a blessed day. I love you. Ani Habata. And shalom.